Alright, it's early in the morning. Come back to the house. I gotta tear out the kitchen floor and whatever else I can get done. I realized after my first video that I never gave you guys a tour of the shop, but I think I'm gonna do that when it's a little warmer out. As you can see, we've already done some work on the grounds, or I should say my dad has done some work with his backhoe. He pulled up a lot of those trees. There was a tree right there. It was split, so that had to come out. Then there's a tree right there by the barn that's growing too close to the barn. That's got to come out. These pine trees have to come out. That tree's dying. That tree's dying. So all those have to come out as well. So we're gonna have a huge brush pile come spring. So I guess back to it. Oh yeah, look at that. That's heavy.
You're gonna lay down on that one.
Oh man, look at that. That is good thing I wore gloves. That is terrible.
Bodysuit.
Yeah. Ugh. It doesn't look that bad from the. I mean, if you sweep it, you wouldn't even think.
Back even gets it.
Yeah. Ugh. So this wood floor is glued and nailed down and was coming up really hard piece by piece with a pry bar, and it was taking forever. Then with a little bit of experimentation, we discovered that if we take a saw and we cut down the floor every foot, and then I take this giant bar and I slide it, it'll pop the wood up really easy. And it's been going a lot faster. Like, I got all this done in, I don't know, probably 10 minutes. We're over here. I don't know, it was a lot longer than that, and it was a lot more labor intensive because you had to bend over, and it was just a giant pain. So, FYI, a little bit of a tip. So I got the Froth Pak 200 spray foam sealant kit to spray the rim joists in my crawl space. I'm also going to spray the concrete walls. And to do that, you need the proper safety equipment. So I went and I got the new respirator cartridges that are approved for organic vapor and P100 filter. This one also happens to be approved for acid gas. I'm also going to wear some coveralls and rubber gloves, so I'll be pretty well covered up. Alright, we got the spray foam from the Froth Pak all done. Sprayed it on a little heavy in the crawl space. It didn't make it as far as I would have hoped, but I'm going to get higher R value down here in these concrete walls, so that's a plus. I will have to go buy another pack if I want to do any more spray foam. So this next time, in place of the 200, I'll probably buy the 650. And I did read that it will last 30 days, so you don't have to use it all at once, which is what I was kind of afraid of and why I bought the smaller pack to begin with. So if you're not sure if you can use it all in 30 days, probably get the smaller kit, because otherwise you'll have a lot go to waste. So now we're getting ready to frame in this opening where the hot tub was, and we'll have a solid floor. That's pretty damn easy. Yeah. It didn't even adhere to the back of the tiles hardly. Crazy the floor lasted 30 years. Oh, lucky.
Could have been the underlayment too. This yellow pine has oil in it.
Yeah.
And the oil comes out. I've heard of that before, where the oil comes out of the wood and it messes with the tile. I don't know.
All right, so the weekend's over and I'm gonna go back to my real job tomorrow. So this is the progress we made. We got all the drywall and a lot of the insulation torn out of here, filled in the hole where the hot tub is, and I spray foamed the crawl space wall, which the crawl space is only the size of this room, and it has a nice concrete floor to it. So a little bit of history. This was a giant skylight window, and it got patched in years ago, and they didn't really do a very good job. As you can see, they just filled this in and left the rot. It's pretty bad. And really the only thing that's holding the header is the, at this moment, is the door and the window is bearing all the weight of this roof, which isn't a ton right now because there's nothing up there really, but regardless, it's not very good, it's not right, so we're gonna have to take this whole thing off all the way across and frame it back in. And the plan is to do just a 3-foot glass door here and fill in the rest. It's just gonna be brick and no windows. So in here's the master bathroom, and we're gonna keep this opening, and this is gonna become where you walk in to go to the shower. So we'll probably close this up a little bit to make a smaller opening, and then the shower wall is probably going to go to about here or here somewhere, and then it's going to come back 5 foot and come over. So this is where we're going to have a nice walk-in shower that's going to be tiled, floor, walls, and ceiling, and it should be pretty nice when it's done. And then right on the other side of the shower here, there's going to be a little closet, so when you walk into that door, you'll have some place to put shoes or a coat or whatever you want to keep in there. And on the other side of this wall is going to be a closet, so we're going to have the door there to walk in. Have a nice, pretty good sized closet to match the closet over there. So we're going to have 2 closets in the master bath, one for me, one for my wife, so that'll be pretty nice. All right, I kind of lost track of how many days we've worked, but here's the progress so far. We got all the drywall on the new vaulted ceiling hung, and we tore off more drywall here in the kitchen and also hung some drywall where the cabinets are going to go. Framed in a pantry. We ended up tearing this drywall out because 1, it wasn't done very well, and 2, they painted over wallpaper, and having to pay a drywall finisher to make this look good versus just tearing it down and putting up fresh drywall that would be easier to finish, it was just pretty much a no-brainer. Just tear off this little bit. It will give a better product, and the labor of the drywall finishers will be much less. The new wood floor is ordered, so I'm excited about that. I got some 9-inch wide French oak planks. They're plywood backed, so they're technically engineered hardwood. But the wear layer, here's a small sample of it, but the wear layer is 4 millimeters thick, so I am never going to sand that much off of this hardwood in my lifetime, so I'm not too worried about it. And when you get plank that wide, you probably want it to be plywood backed, because if not, the board might tend to cup. So that's why I went with engineered hardwood. And this sample is actually only 7 inches wide, so the one I got is another couple inches wider than that yet. And it's also 3/4 where this is 5/8, so I got a heavier duty piece. We also tore up down here. We took all the carpet out. Carpet was glued down, but it actually came up pretty easy, luckily. And I'm going to try to get the glue off the concrete and see what the concrete looks like, and maybe just leave it concrete for a little while. I'm gonna have to do some work on that wallpaper to get that off. I also have this outside wall where the window was filled in and ready to brick. Need to do a little bit of work on the soffit yet, but I'll do that right before I get the bricklayer to come in and lay this wall. Well, here's the brush pile so far. As you can see, it's getting pretty large. I got 3 more trees to take down. That cherry right there, and then those 2 trees right there are dead, so those need to come out, the 2 closest to the deck. Other than that, the rest of the trees are healthy, and maybe just trim them up a little. Well, I think that's about it for this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks.